today I will be doing a book review, kind of. I don't know if this is going to be really good. This is my first one, so I don't know how this is going to go. And hopefully it turns out well, because I really want this to turn out well. And FYI, in case you were wondering what the hell is on my wrist, this is a temporary tattoo. I am thinking about getting a tattoo, so I thought this would be a great way to see if I would like having a tattoo, and so far, I really love it. It is the Strength Rune from the Mortal Instruments and Shadowhunter series. I absolutely love it. It means so much to me. It has a meaning behind it, and I love it so much. Without further ado, let's get started with this review. So this review is on City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. This book is about a girl named Clary Frey who goes to the Pandemonium Club with her best friend Simon. Now at this Pandemonium Club, she sees 3 teenagers with strange markings on their bodies. Now these 3 teenagers are actually Shadowhunters who fights demons and controls the downworld, if you will. So at this Pandemonium Club, she does not expect to witness a murder happening by these 3 teenagers. Now with this, she gets sucked into their world, and with this, she finds out that her mother has disappeared, so she has to find out what happened to her mother, and she has to find her mother in this crazy new mystical world that she's in. Now, I did watch the show before I began reading the books, so I loved how different and similar it was to the show. I felt like I was in another world, but it was still similar because of the similar things that were happening in the book. I loved how it was a really good introduction to the series with a lot of explaining of what's going on, who are these people. I love how I kind of got introduced to the world with this book. I also love how action-packed it was. There were times where I could not put it down because it was so action-packed. I loved everything. And okay, I will say spoilers in this review, so I will be putting an emoji up on the screen so you can mute it at that time. So with this, I loved the vampire scene in the book. It was so amazing and it was so action-packed. And to be honest, like, one of the differences that I thought was really cool from the show and the book was that Simon actually gets turned into a rat, and I absolutely love that. It was so fun to see Simon as a rat and to imagine that. It was so cool. I loved it so much. So it was very action-packed, and I loved it. I loved every scene that was action-packed in the book. It was so amazing. I had a blast. And I did love the plot and the characters and the world. I love the world, and I absolutely love the characters. I adore the characters. These characters are possibly my favorite group of characters so far in books. Also, I really love the writing. The writing is on another level. It's amazing. I don't even know. I love the writing so much. And I did love how this book is an introduction to fantasy novels in general. This was the first fantasy book that I have ever read, and it was amazing. Now I'm a huge fan of fantasy novels, and I really love the world. Because before I read this book, I thought I could only read romance novels to keep me out of a reading slump, but nope, not anymore. I can read fantasy novels without being in a reading slump, and I love it. It's a whole new world. If you want to get into fantasy novels, this is a great way to get in there, because it got me into the fantasy world, and I absolutely love it. And I died like crazy when I saw Magnus get introduced into the book. It was so amazing. I love seeing him interact with Alec, even though that it's very different of how he interacted with Alec when they first met. In the show, he kind of chucks hints at Alec, which I absolutely love. It's so amazing. But in the book, he just says, "Call me," which I absolutely love that as well. I love seeing Magnus in the book. It's amazing. I got super hyped when I saw him get introduced into the book. Now, there wasn't anything that I did not like. There wasn't anything at all. I love this book with every fiber of my being. I probably said that 100 times in this video, but you know what? We're sticking with it. This book is amazing, and I cannot stress this enough that the world is absolutely amazing and that the characters are amazing. I love the characters with every fiber of my being, and they always have a special place in my heart. Even though that I'm reading the second book right now, I just love the characters so much. So with this book, I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. It was incredible. If I could, I would give it a 10 out of 10 because it was that great and so amazing. I cannot stress this enough. It's so amazing. It's so wonderful. If you want to get into fantasy novels, read City of Bones, read the Mortal Instruments series because it's amazing. And I can't. Like, this book is absolutely amazing, and I'm so happy I got into this world. I'm so happy I got sucked into the fantasy world, and I got sucked into the Mortal Instruments world and the Shadowhunter world. I'm so happy I got sucked into it. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope this actually turns out really well, because like I really wanted to do this video, and I really couldn't talk about the feelings that I had about the series with anyone because some of it is spoilers. So yeah, and I wanted to express my thoughts and feelings toward this book. And as you can tell, this book and this series is my absolute favorite, and I love it so much. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below what other things you would like me to film. If you want more of my content, make sure to subscribe and hit those notification bells. I hope you guys have a wonderful, magical, beautiful day. Bye!